Happy Valentine's Day. Hello, welcome back to today's video. Today's video we are going to be producing a slap up 10 out of 10 three course Valentine's meal, all for under £15. I'm going to try and keep it for under £10, but I'll see how I go. I've still got to pop to Aldi and get the bits. I've got 3 courses that I've planned out. People are saving at the moment, and obviously the cost of living crisis is big, but if we can eat like a really good 3-course meal, you know, make the effort, put candles on your dinner table, you might actually have a really gorgeous Valentine's meal. So that's what we're going to try to do today. I'm going to pop to Aldi, I'm going to get the ingredients that I've planned out. So I've already planned my 3-course meal, my starter, main and dessert, which I'll go through in a sec. If I have enough money, I might throw in a cheeky bottle of wine as well. I doubt at this rate because things are more expensive, so it's a little bit more difficult to do it, but we're gonna see. I'm actually really looking forward to like making them. I feel like making food and making meals for your partner is a real act of love, because a lot of effort goes into making food and thought goes into it, and just like what a nice gesture to do for someone that you love and make them a really nice delicious meal, especially a 3-course one. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So my starter is going to be something that we actually like to get from a pub, and it's like mixed dips with breads and tapas type thing. The main is going to be, of course, date night pasta. If you've been following us for a while, I don't know if, like, let me know if you've heard of date night pasta. Lawrence started making it years ago for us, and we've loved it ever since, and we call it our date night pasta. It's absolutely my favourite pasta dish. It's garlicky, it's creamy, it's unreal. So it's our date night sun-dried tomato pasta, so we're going to be obviously making that in today's video. The pudding, I'm going to attempt, this is my first time ever, but I'm going to attempt to make a chocolate mousse. So we'll see how that goes. I actually found the recipe whilst browsing the Readly app, which I'm very grateful to say that Readly is sponsoring this part of the video. If you've watched any of my previous videos before, you know that I've worked with Readly multiple times, and outside of working with Readly, I am a fan, not even just a customer. I'm a fan. If you've never heard of Readly, it's an online app where you can read, download, save thousands of magazines. Any magazine you can think of, Readly already has it. I use Readly pretty much daily. I read all the food magazines on Readly. I also love the country living magazines and like the home and interior magazines. Subscribe to the app, you pay monthly. With my link down below, you do get 2 months free. I always tell you guys, download it and try it for 2 months free. The amount of people that come back to me and tell me, oh, I love this app since downloading it, and you've stayed customers, is crazy. I love it at Christmas time, all the Christmassy mags. There's like a really gorgeous like mindfulness magazine that I also read, which I really love because I use it on my iPad. It makes such nice evening unwinding time. Once my 2-year-old is in bed, I love to come down, I look at the food magazines, I get inspiration from them. I'll read the mindful magazine, I'll read home magazines, and just picture fully renovating a house I don't yet have. As you can see, I've got a ridiculous amount of bookmarks. I bookmark things all the time, particularly recipes. Essentially, you can just find thousands and thousands of incredible recipes. Also cook in season, so a lot of the cooking magazines do in-season cooking, so I save so much because I'm like, oh, I need to make that like tomorrow to use the in-season veggies. But I was browsing a food magazine, obviously. This one was the Sainsbury's magazine, but I found that they did a coconut chocolate mousse. And I thought, well, that looks really easy. It sounds delicious. I think I can make that. Let's do that for the pudding. We love a mousse. I've not had a mousse in years. So let's try that for the pudding today. So yeah, you can favourite your magazines, you can download them so you can read them on the aeroplane. Absolutely incredible for travelling. Don't know about you, but when I go travelling, I used to go to like WH Smith, buy magazines and bring them on the aeroplane and read them over holiday around the pool and stuff. But here you've got it on your iPad or your phone, and you can just read them that way. So you're using less paper and you've got loads and loads and loads and loads of any magazine you can think of. Yeah, it's just a fantastic app. I highly, highly recommend it. I know lots of you have subscribed and you're still customers, which is great. So if you haven't yet, feel free. So anyway, let's make a really gorgeous Valentine's dinner today, 3-course meal, and see how it goes. First of all, I'm gonna go to Aldi and then we'll do a little shopping list and then we'll make some nice food. Okay, so let's start with the starter, prices and what I got, and then we're gonna make it. So, I got some soft pita breads. These are the cheaper ones you can get in Aldi. I think toasted with some olive oil, maybe even a sprinkle of herbs or some salt on them. What's a tapas board without hummus? It is not a tapas board, I tell you. The hummus from Aldi and the hummus from M&S, I'm pretty sure is made in the same place because it is so unbelievably similar tasting. And then I got a classic dip selection just because these, I love these. So my favourite is normally the Thousand Island and the onion garlic. So I'm gonna smell nice tonight's date night. Olives, because I feel like olives on a tapas just feels a bit nicer. And then I've got a couple of cupboard essentials in my opinion. So olive oil, balsamic, this is glaze, but if you have balsamic vinegar, that's better. And then we're gonna do salt and pepper. So I'm gonna make like an olive oil balsamic dip, and then we've got all our dips that I've picked out. We're gonna toast some of the pitas, lay out some olives. Yeah, let's just make a really delicious sort of grazing board starter. I said like making food for people is an act of a service of love, act of service or something.
Yeah, something
like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
And do you know what? Like this is a similar starter that we would get if we went out for a pub meal.
True.
We'd get a sharing tapasy thing, wouldn't we?
Loads of bread,
dips,
yeah.
olives. That's what we would order. So that's why I thought let's make that. Wedding flowers out, which is romantic. Those are the flowers that I walked down the aisle with. Candle lit. That's as far as I can go. I mean, you guys might be able to go more romantic, but that's it for me. Anyway, so some toasted pitas.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna go straight for that one.
No.
Oh, what was you gonna go for? Hummus?
I'm gonna go in here.
Oh, nice.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go hummus. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I fancy a bit of hummus. This would cost about, how much would you say, mate? Like Johnny Cooper's, like £7.50, is it now? Like a £7, £8 sort of thing at the pub. I managed to make it for this price. Olive oil and balsamic glaze. Anyway, I'm about to start date night pasta, which is one of our favourite. I was saying you started making that for me.
So romantic.
Oh, stop it. I don't think so.
Super premium fizzy
also
pop.
to go with, a wonderful date night. We've gone with off-brand cola. Cola original. So the next meal we're having is obviously our dinner, the main event. So date night pasta is a delicious creamy sun-dried tomato garlicky pasta. It's got a bit of spice in it. It's absolutely stunning and I really highly recommend you make it. Yeah, if I bought this at a restaurant, I'd be very, very happy. But even better so, you can make it at home on a budget and it's delicious. So, first thing you're going to need is obviously some pasta. In my opinion, this does require pasta that's just a little bit nicer. So we always, whenever we make it, we use specially selected pasta of some shape, size or something. It tends to be like a small pasta shape rather than like a tagliatelle or spaghetti. I feel like it would be really nice with spaghetti though. I'm gonna have to try that. But these ones are really nice. Rigatonis. Inside rigatoni, it holds the creamy sauce. This is such a creamy sauce. So in my opinion, splashing out on pasta that's just that little bit more expensive is necessary. Garlic, I'm probably going to use a whole bulb of garlic because the more garlic the better. We've got mascarpone, which is one of the main ingredients. You can instead use things like double cream or creme fraiche is actually very nice. Mascarpone is the original date night recipe cheese of choice. So I always recommend going with mascarpone because it's delicious. Just for extra sort of richness, saltiness in the dish, we're gonna go with Parmigiano Reggiano. It's like really strong, salty cheese. So we're gonna grate loads of that in there. We've got 1 onion, so you just need 1 onion. I've gone for a large red onion. Obviously, we're gonna need sun-dried tomatoes. I'm probably gonna put the whole jar in. We're going extra in today's recipe just to make it extra delicious, extra flavourful. So I'm going to put the whole jar of sun-dried tomatoes in. We're also going to use the oil that the sun-dried tomatoes are stored in because that is full of flavour. So we've got some herbs and stuff. So basil is a big one. It's a biggie with this recipe. I've actually only got dried basil. By the way, I've got heart nails for Valentines. Thought I'd show you that. I've only got dried basil from the cupboard. So it is a cupboard essential in my opinion, but it does require a good healthy dose of fresh basil, which I totally forgot to get from the shop. So I might have to send Lawrence out later. We've got some mixed herbs and we've got some smoked paprika. And we're gonna put in a few crushed chilies. Oh, delicious. And we're gonna need like salt and pepper and things. So that is going to be 10 out of 10. It's just such a delicious pasta recipe. Anyway, let's make it now. Okay, firstly we are going to slice up your red onion. You can use white onion as well, but I'm using red. Add some of the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes directly to the pan, just because it's got so much flavour. It is sunflower oil though, so I tend to use mainly olive oil in this dish. So start softening your red onions. You just want them to go nice and soft. And then you're going to take an entire bulb of garlic. You're going to crush half of it into the mixture. And then you're going to roughly chop up the other half of the garlic and just chuck it in. I just love getting like chunks of garlic in my dinner. And then you're going to add the spices to the slowly softening onions and garlic. We add the herbs a bit further towards the end. But you're going to take an entire jar of sun-dried tomatoes and roughly chop them just so they're in nice big chunks. And then you're going to add that into the mixture. So once that's all softened together and it's really starting to release all the oils and juices from the tomatoes, you can add in your mascarpone. So you want to cook this entire dish on a low-medium type heat because it's a slow cooking process, but it's such an easy one to make. So throw in your mascarpone, let that completely melt within all the veggies. Then you're going to grate a chunk of your parmesan directly into the dish and stir that in. Then add a tiny mug of hot water with a veggie stock cube or even a beef stock cube. That's going to give it a really intense, rich flavour. I don't actually add any salt into this dish because the parmesan and the stock is salty enough. Throw in your al dente pasta into the mixture and start stirring it in and it becomes all creamy. I then add chunks of mozzarella, completely up to you. If you've got it in the fridge, do it. But I just add a few cheeky chunks of mozzarella into this dish and they melt. Oh, that is it. That is your dish done. Are you ready? Right, would you like some date night pasta?
Yes, please. It's got some mozzarella in it as well.
Yeah, for our date featuring our 2.5-year-old.
Yeah.
Hey, babes.
Hey, babes. Your turn, Daddy.
Hey, babes.
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Cool, man.
Cool, man. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It smells delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Delicious, isn't it? Gosh, I'm really,
Yeah, I know.
really hungry today.
I'm really hungry.
One of those meals, if you order at a restaurant, you'd be happy with, yeah? Mm-hmm. It's one of those like 5-ingredient meals that actually is so, the combination of flavours, if I do say so myself. Anyway, we're going to enjoy our dinner, so we'll catch up with you later. Guys, and now we have our pudding. Obviously, We don't need 500 eggs. We're only going to need 3 eggs, I think it is. I've never made this pudding recipe, so I'm a little nervous. Fingers crossed our pudding turns out well, because if it doesn't, I might have to rush to Aldi and get a couple of melt in the middle puddings. But we're going to need some dark chocolate and some milk chocolate. So we've got the just basics. We need coconut full fat cream or milk. It does say to use cream. I don't have that, so I'm hoping this will be good enough. Some sugar and obviously some eggs. So we're gonna make a really nice moussey mousse today. Fingers crossed I get it right, because I love a mousse. Lawrence loves a mousse. He's not that keen on coconut though, so I'm hoping he will like this. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, I've linked to the recipe down below on this one, because this is the first time I was making it, but what I will say is obviously I changed the recipe to suit myself, and I did that by adding an extra egg, so I used 3 egg whites instead of 2. I also used a couple of extra chocolate chunks, and I used a organic coconut thick yogurt type thing instead of the coconut milk in the tin. The coconut milk in the tin would work the exact same. What I would say is just take out the chunky bit rather than all the liquid, and just use the chunky bits, the like thick heavy cream part of the coconut. And yeah, it was so easy. You would need some sort of electric mixer, stand mixer, or electric hand whisking thing. I absolutely recommend one of those, otherwise the egg whites would not have formed into the peaks that they needed to be. So yeah, oh my gosh, well, you'll see my reaction to the mousse shortly. The texture is thicker than I thought. Oh look!
Oh wow, look, yeah, it's all kind of bubbly in the middle.
It's a bubbly mousse.
Yeah, it's like a little...
Thank you. Do you know how easy this was? I'm going to be making mousse all the time. Do you like it?
Delicious.
Really, you think that?
Oh yeah. The difference between this one and the one that you get in a pot, it's a million miles.
It's actually unbelievable.
It's so like thick and
rich.
It's light, but it's thick.
But it is light. It's got moussey texture. I'm over the moon with that. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's very romantic.
Oh, I'm glad that I've made 4 now though. So good. I'm sorry, but this chocolate mousse is the best thing ever. I'm so glad I made 4 because it's the next day and I get to enjoy another one. Sign me up to one of these a day. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to enjoy that, but I just wanted to quickly say that all in all, this Valentine's meal has cost me £9.90. That's not including like a bottle of wine or something. There was also some cupboard essentials in there, but I think £9.90 for a slap up meal is pretty good. So I've left everything, all the details you can find are below. I'm also going to leave the recipes on my Instagram as well if you find it easier to get them from over there. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I'll see you again really soon for my next video. Bye.